Here we are discussing nodes and antinodes. So nodes is what? It's a minimum displacement. Nodes is minimum displacement, minimum displacement, minimum displacement in a stationary means displacement of medium particle, medium particle, minimum displacement, minimum displacement of a medium particle in a stationary wave, in a stationary wave. The next one, antinode is what? It's a maximum displacement. Maximum displacement is A plus A, it's what? 2A, earlier we written. Minimum displacement is what? It's a 0. This means what? A minus A. This means what? A plus A. Constructive interference and destructive interference. So what is the general equation of the wave? The general equation of resultant wave in the stationary waves is y is equals to 2a cos kx sin omega t. This is called amplitude is changing from the point to point. So is amplitude of stationary wave. Amplitude of stationary wave. So now we can discuss about this can be written as here y is equals to, this is amplitude of stationary wave is what? AS I am taking, it's a AS, okay, sine omega t is the general condition. Now for the node if you discuss, if we talk about node, here node is, it's a minimum displacement, which means cos kx is equals to 0. Kx is equals to odd multiples of its a phase. K is the propagation constant. X is what? It's a path difference. Kx is equals to 2n plus 1 times of it's a pi by 2. K means 2 pi by lambda. 2 pi by lambda into x is equals to 2n plus 1 into it's a pi by 2 for the problem solving. Pi and pi cancels. Okay. So this cancels. So is equal to x is equals to, that's what distance this and nodes are formed. 2n plus 1 times of lambda by 4. X is equals to 2n plus 1 into lambda by 4. Okay. So next one I'll show that graphically, and before that I'm talking about it's what, this is node, next one is antinode. So antinode is what? Maximum displacement. It should be maximum. Maximum means here from this case which is there here, this AS means what? It's a 2A cos kx. So cos x must be maximum. So this is what? It's a cos kx is equals to 1. Okay. So kx, it's a maximum 1. Kx is equals to, so 2 pi times of it's a n. So k means what? 2 pi by lambda into x is equals to 2 pi into n. Pi cancel. X is equals to 2 and 2 cancels. X is equals to n lambda. Okay. Here it is a stationary wave is formed between two rigid supports. So this is the propagation of wave. Okay. So it's what? Resultant after the some few particles in the medium undergoing into the constructive and few are under the destructive maximum and minimum displacements. So this is the stationary wave formation. So then after this, the wave gets reflected. Wave gets reflected, okay, like this. So this is what? It's a node. So this one also we can say as node. Here we can say this is antinode. It's a antinode. So now I said you that these are nodes. So where the particle is undergoing into the minimum displacement is what? It's a node. So this is node, 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 like we can say on this, all these. And these particles, where particles undergoing to the maximum displacements are taking place, this will be continued. Okay, so where maximum displacement is there, that is what? Antinode. So it's an antinode, next one antinode, antinode, like we can say on this. And one thing you remember, okay, first let me complete, then I'll go for the phases, the phase difference between the adjacent loops. Okay, so first one, when you discuss about this is what? X is equals to 0. At X is equals to 0. Next node is formed here. At what? X is equals to. The length is, the distance between successive nodes is lambda by 2. Successive antinodes is lambda by 2. Okay. Next one is node and next antinode is what? For example, if I talk about this is what? It's a no antinode. Next one is the node. So distance between these two is what? Lambda by 4. So this is what? At X is equals to 0. Next one, X is equals to loop length is lambda by 2. Next one is what? This is 2 lambda by 2. Next one is this, we can say 3 lambda by 2. So okay, next one we can say as this 4 lambda by 2. So which means what? Nodes are formed. Nodes are formed at X is equals to 0, lambda by 2. Next one is 2 lambda by 2, 3 lambda by 2, 4 lambda by 2, n lambda by 2. Just now we have completed. It's a general form. For antinodes, antinode is this length if you discuss, okay. So this is what? It's an antinode maximum particle. Its length is what? Lambda by 4. And this one is what? Its length is lambda by 2 plus lambda by 4. 3 lambda by 4. Next one is what? It's a 5 lambda by 4. So which means what? Its antinodes are formed. Antinodes, okay. Antinodes are formed at X is equals to. So first one is lambda by 4. Next one is 3 lambda by 4. Next one is 5 lambda by 4. So on. This is about antinodes. And the most important thing, first for example, if I choose about, there are the two particles, okay. So if I choose about two particles, the two particles, this is first particle, second particle, next one. You say this is P, this is Q, this is R, okay. So what is the phase difference? Phase difference between, first question is what? Between P and Q. Second question is what? Between P and next one is R, okay. So one thing you need to remember, all the phase or phase difference, phase angle means what? All the particles are vibrating in the same direction parallel to each other. Then the phase difference, they have same phase. Same phase means what? Phase difference is 0. So if the all are directing downward direction, these will be upward, next downwards, next upward, like this will be taking place. So first one, this. So if I choose about this is the all the particles are vibrating downwards. So all the means what? P and Q. So the phase difference between P and Q is what? 0, because they have same phase, because they are moving parallelly, because they are moving in the same direction. And phase difference between P and R, if they are Vibrating downwards, they are moving upwards. Means what? Phase difference between P and R is what? It's a pi radian.